day 2 of testing and trying things on the bicycle. A little bit earlier today, just so we can, it's the final day, so we're trying to ram in some as many runs as we can and some timed runs. Yesterday was successful, I think. We had a brief look at the data. The 2 lines on the scale like lined up or were much closer. On the final runs that I did yesterday, I felt really good on the bike. When we looked at the data after saying that, the lines were kind of even further apart, which shows that the bike isn't balanced as well as what it was before, but I felt better on it, which is weird. But we're trying a couple of things. We're going a little bit firmer on compression, and we're going up 1 psi in the rear, just because yesterday I felt like I was getting a little bit of a squirm on. So 1 psi doesn't seem much, but it can slow in the rebound down on the forward by 2 clicks, to see if we can get the rebound front and rear like matching or balanced anyway.
Now I figured out how to make a way. Job closed down, but I wasn't phased. Got off my ass and we spilled our pain. Years go by and we here to stay. A part of the game ain't come to play. Commit my sins, then wash away. Said pain, go away. Please come back another day. Rest my head down where I lay. Release my stress out from this chase. Pain, go away. Please come back another day.
Right, connected. Gonna go for a timed run. Tracks very dry today in bits, but kind of greasy in sections as well, so hopefully the bike's a little bit better balanced, but we'll see. Soft. That was really tough. I feel like that contends for my fastest run. The track's just so beat, and yeah, it's like hard to see in bits with the sun. Some of it's greasy, but I think that so far, run 2, I felt pretty good.
Starting to get tired now. Oh. Rebound is back to being very good actually. Compression's still a bit off. My hands, dude.
So to sum up the week, we absolutely smashed it. To come from starting at 2:38 at the start of the week when I was fresh and the track was not as beat up, to then dropping it to a 2:34 on the next day, and then we were down to a 2:28 I believe the following day, and then now down to 2:22, 2:23-ish consistently with the new changes that we made, I would say is a massive win. Like, the changes that we made the difference in the sense that I wasn't changing up my lines, I wasn't trying any harder, but because of how the bike felt, I was more comfortable and able to go faster and be more comfortable. Like, that's what we were shooting for, and we achieved that. So the trip was 100% success. I think it goes a long way to show how good the Motion Instruments is as far as a guide and leading you to a different setup that possibly will benefit you performance-wise. Not necessarily telling you that this is the only way that you should run your suspension. It gives you options and you can choose yourself. So yeah, we made the right calls, and I still think there's a tiny bit of improvement, but what a difference in time. I think even you can see the speed visually in that last GoPro run, and I was tired, my arms were tired, I was fatigued.
What I was talking about earlier when I said that we made the changes to the compression and the rebound, we looked at the data and it was pretty much a little bit off balance on the rebound. So you can see in the rebound there that they're not balanced. So that was my second run in, and then that we went back to the settings we were before, and then how they're pretty much bang on, like running parallel, like right next to each other. So we've got good balance on the rebound. The compression is like, says it's a little bit off, but the thing about the app is, like, it doesn't tell you this is what you should be running, like be all and end all. It's just like a guide, so we're just taking it as a guide, and as long as I feel good, then we're just kind of sticking with that. So the amount of runs that we've done so far and the amount of stuff that we've changed, and like we've even went up a spring rate to 520, which is a little bit surprising, but it seems to like balance stuff out a little bit more. So I'm happy, bike's good, we've made like big improvements, so I feel like we're steps ahead from what we were last year, because no testing got done last year, and no development really, so we're way ahead of it. And yeah, I think we're coming up 40 runs deep this week, maybe 40-ish, yeah, 40 runs-ish, so it's a lot, and all of them have been full, so we're like, yeah, my arms are feeling it. Even just doing a little section like that, I'm having to hold on like super tight and focus on my grip. If I slacken off, I feel like my hands will fall off the grips. To cap it off, like changes that we made, we tried thicker grips, no, back to the thin. Crush core in the rear, which is new for this year with these wheels anyway. I've actually got even tyre pressures, which 24-24. Usually I run softer in the front, harder in the rear, which I think most people do. We've got a balanced tyre pressure, balanced suspension, maybe it's something to do with that. Up in spring rate, fork pressure remains the same, 85 psi I believe. And then we've got like little sneaky bits of Motofoam like in the bottom there, which is just like, it's not a trough for water and mud to sit in, but if the mud's thick enough it can sit in there. So if we can have that Motofoam, keep that off and stop it from sitting in there, then we can save a tiny bit of weight. So yeah, pretty stoked all in all. Week full of runs and trying a little bit of a different concept with the videos and stuff, so I hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Should we do it again? Should we do any other future tests and stuff? Let me know what you want to see.
Beat by Apollo, stop at New Apollo's. Cop a Henny sour, and I'm puffing Jack sour. Yeah, I feel a black power. Yeah, this time it's really ours. It's time to get the bag. Yeah, it's time to get the bag.